Hello, welcome. My name is Shavariel, and I'm just touching on a few things here tonight. So, this one is why is it so hard for some baby mothers to let their baby daddies go? Now, you know, I don't like to say baby mothers, but it's the term most people use. Child's mother, I like to use. Baby's father, I don't like that either. Child's father, that sounds better to me. But hey, whatever gets your fingers typing in the search bars to find my videos. Okay. But anyway, let's see. I've gone through this before, and why is it not all babies' mothers? Because not all babies' mothers go through this with their children's fathers, but for a lot of children's mothers, it can be tough at first, especially if you have just broken up with the child's father and you just had a child, so you just had a baby. It can be tough. It really can. And for me to tell you it's going to be easy to move on, I would not be truthful to you. And so that is not what I'm going to do, give you a false expectation, because the road can be tough. Now, I mean that in the way of you just giving birth, if you have. Now, I'm going to talk to the seasoned children's mothers who are in a different stage of their life. But if you're new and you just say you had a child or you just had a baby, let's say 2 years ago or less. So maybe 2 years ago, 1 year ago, that would be last year, 6 months ago, 3 months ago, whatever the case may be, and things are not working out between you and your child's father or your children's father, you know, you just gonna have to let him go. You know, it's no sugarcoating around that. You just have to let that man or that boy go. And I mean this. If it has come to a point to where after you have this child, you have your baby, and maybe you want the relationship to work, but he's not willing to. You know, you had the child. Maybe he wasn't willing to make it work the whole time, but you talked yourself into, maybe if I have a baby, he'll love me more. Or maybe if I had a baby, it would bring us closer. And the truth of the matter is, no, it's not going to happen that way. If it's not a genuine love between the both of you before a child gets in there, well, then it's not going to be genuine love after. Now he looks at it as a responsibility that he's being to be hassled with. And that's just being raw and true about it. That is if that guy does not love you. Now, it's different if you two are just going through a little patch or something, and maybe he needs space, maybe you need space, but it's no time for that now, because now you have a baby. So space, should have thought about that before you had that baby, laid down and had that child. Now that the child is here, both of you need to get your stuff together. And the reason why I'm coming at you like this is because no one told me. I didn't have that modeled in front of me, and it would have saved me a lot of heartache, a lot of time, a lot of his time. It would have saved his time. It would have saved his heartache, just to understand, hey, what's the blueprint? Where are we going? And let's not play around with this thing. But so many people play around when it comes to a child being involved in the mix, and we don't want that. Trust me, you don't want to involve an innocent life such as the child into your mess with this man or into your mess with this woman. It's not worth it. It's not worth it. So figure it out. If you need to go to therapy, go to therapy, work it out. But now that this child is here, it's no time for games. You too have to decide on something what's going to be best for the child and both of you, because although you're parents, you still have to remain healthy individuals to be a parent now that you didn't step into this role. So if if you two have broken up and you just had a baby, it's going to be hard for the mother to move on sometimes. Now, again, this is not for all baby mothers. Some babies' mothers will leave you, okay, and not think twice about you. But for those who do, for the child's mothers who do, just know that it is a rough road, but You will get through it in time, okay? You have to work on you now. Work on you, heal you, so that you can be the best and above for your child, for you and for your child. No relationships right now. If you just broke up with somebody a year ago, 2 years ago, or even 6 months ago, and you just had this baby, give yourself some time, because what you don't want to do is rush into another situation out of heartache, out of loneliness, out of brokenness, to somebody who's going to treat you just as bad or maybe even worse, and you don't want that. Give yourself some time to heal. Don't look at who he's dating. I know it's going to be hard. I know it's going to be hard. He may even flaunt that woman in your face. He just might, being petty like that. But don't fall for that. He just want to get your attention in a negative way. But don't feed into that. You leave that man alone, or you leave that boy alone, and go focus on you and your new baby. Okay? So heal. I need you to heal. And know, you getting into a relationship as a child's mother is not going to help you get over that man or that guy or that boy, whoever he is. It's not. It's not. One of the toughest things we can do as people is sit, be quiet, and be within ourselves. See, we can be around other people and just be completely out of it. Like, you're around other people, but you're really not there. You're not in the present. You just so happy to, or not so happy, but you just want to be around other people that you're not dealing with yourself, nor your pain. And that's not good, because all you're doing is finding excuses and finding environments to be in so that you don't have to be by yourself to deal with your reality. And let me tell you, the sooner you deal with your reality and you say, look, here's what it is, but I'm going to make it better. See, don't fall for that, here's what it is, and now the world is over. No, it's not. You still have an opportunity. You got breath in your body. You have life. Do better. It's not about the fall. It's about how you get up, if you get up. And that's what you have to move forward with. So focus on you. Let that man go. Don't worry about who he's dating unless you make some kind of agreement to say, look, I know you're dating, but for the sake of our child and being in our child being in a healthy environment, don't bring no just any old woman around my child. Can you wait until you get married to start introducing our child to your partner? Because if not, you're not going to have these multiple women coming in and out of our child's lives, and vice versa, me as well. Talking about the baby mother. I'm not going to have a bunch of men around our child. I don't, no one can be introduced until somebody is getting married. Not engaged, because engagements can be called off. Marriage is forever. So just consider that. Now, for the seasoned children's mothers, which means you got past that, he's dating somebody else and I haven't found anybody yet, and what does my life look like from here? What does my love life look like from here? And man, he done moved on like that, and I'm just like over here, just like picking up the pieces of my heart and just wanting to figure out, how do I move forward? Well, you got past that rough patch, I tell you that. So congratulations, because that is not an easy thing to do. To say, look, I may be single for a reason, okay? I'm already working on me. I'm going to continue working on me, because I have found a new perspective in life. If I am not able to make myself happy, what am I going to do when with somebody else if I'm not happy with me? So then I bring somebody else into my mess, and now we're not happy as a couple. No, I'm not doing it. So, been there, done that. Let me go over here where there's peace, serenity, and tranquility. Yes, Lord. And I got my child, or my babies. Yes, Lord. So if you made it to that point, hey, you have you have made it, and congratulate yourself on that. But you keep up the good work. The work is not ever completed. You still have work to do. So, and I know with seasoned children's mothers, you just like, I ain't worried about that man. I ain't worried about that man who he dated. I'm glad she took him off my hands, because boy, he was a handful. Okay, I'm over here. You know, so if I decide to get into a relationship, I'm talking about the seasoned children's mother or child's mother. If I decide to get in a relationship, that's my choice. But right now, not doing that right now. No, I'm just focusing on me and my children. These children is growing, schooled and started back. We got to get into some type of activities or sports or educational events, like I said, science fairs or engineering, or maybe your child wants to learn more about space. You too busy to think about who he dating. You too busy. You got work, you creating your own business, or you got your own blogs, or you TikToking like crazy, or what, not crazy, but you TikToking a lot of time. You ain't got no time to be thinking about dude, So continue doing the great work that you're doing. Focus on you. And again, it's no need to rush into a relationship. You may have been single for a year, 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, 5 years, 6 years, 8 years, 10 years. Just maybe. But don't take that as there's something wrong with you. Although I will say, this is the time for self-reflection. All right. And not to say that there's anything wrong with you, but to say that you're just in a place where you're just discovering who you are. And it's a lifetime event. We're always discovering something new about ourselves, about those around us, about this world, about our environments, about knowledge, about just anything, So you have other things to do than to worry about this one over here. And let's just say, as a seasoned child's mother, your child's father comes and say, hey, I'm thinking about getting engaged, or I'm engaged, or whatever. And you're just like, oh, okay, good for you, good for you. But, unless you still have that rule, like, well, until you get married, you're going to have to limit that time. You limit that time of who you bring around our child. I'm just telling you that now. But, congratulations. Seriously, congratulations. Yeah. And so you just have that confidence in yourself at that stage, and you just know if it was meant to be, it would have been, it would be. It would be. And since it's not being between you and the child's father, well, it's not meant to be between you two. And now he done went and found him somebody, and and that's good for him, and you're not hating. You just saying good for him, congratulations. You just in a different place, you're not rushing into a relationship with anybody, but you don't want to be single for the rest of your life. So you're just preparing for your future husband who may come, and then you create a union with him, with that new man who is better. You know what you want, you know what you need, you know what you're looking for. And so you know what you will put up with, what you won't put up with. And so I'm not saying that man is going to be perfect. Please don't think I'm saying that. I'm just saying that you will know better this time, hopefully, of where you are in this position of a child's mother. But you're more than a child's mother. You're still a beautiful woman with goals and dreams of her own. And so if you meet that future man who is good to you and your child or your children, well, then you'll know what that feels like, because this time around you'll know you'll want better, and you'll see the signs a little bit more clearer of what you're looking for and what you need. rather than wants, because we could want something that doesn't have our need versus having the need, and it may turn out to be something that we want, if that makes sense. So for all of you children's mothers who are in these positions, whether seasoned or new, you know the power that you hold within yourself. You're beautiful, you're confident, and you know not to downgrade your standards for no one. But also remember, we are all human and we make mistakes. And there's going to be some things that you may not like about that man, the new good man for you. And then he's going to, vice versa, may have some things that he may not like about you, and that's okay. We're different. We're man and woman, and so that right there has the difference. We're not going to always think the same, but we can certainly agree on a few things, and some we just have disagreements, but that doesn't mean we're at war with each other. That just means we understand that you have your mind and I have my mind, and that's what we need in this world for unity. So may this find you well, and I hope you have a good evening. Peace, y'all.